Welcome back to the e-learning portal. This is the second video of session 10, INCOTERMS 2020 rules. The 11 INCOTERMS are as follows. 1. EXW, that stands for X works. 2. FCA stands for free carrier. 3. CPT stands for carriage paid to. 4. CIP stands for carriage and insurance paid to. 5. DAP stands for delivered at place. 6. DPU stands for delivered at place unloaded. 7. DDP stands for delivered duty paid. 8. FAS stands for free alongside ship. 9. FOB stands for free on board. 10. CFR stands for cost and freight. 11. CIF stands for costs, insurance, and freight. Now, the structure of INCOTERMS 2020. There are 11 terms in all. Each term is a 3-letter code, and there are 4 delivery groups. This gives a bit of insight into the INCOTERMS. The delivery groups are E, F, C, and D. E, F, and C are intended to be departure deliveries, and deliveries are done at the seller's end. For the D group, the seller intends to deliver at buyer's end, which is also called the arrival deliveries. So if you put 3 EFC together, they form the departure deliveries. Departure deliveries, all at the seller's end in international trade. The D delivery group is the arrival delivery. It's used when the seller intends to deliver at the buyer's end. There are things you need to know about the initials that I have mentioned in the 4 delivery groups. In initial E, seller delivers goods at their premises or somewhere near their premises, and this gives the least obligation to the seller. The C group, the seller contracts and pays for the carriage of goods to the named destination. F group, buyer contracts for the carriage of goods from port of shipment and informs the seller. D, seller contracts or organizes carriage of goods and pay to the named destination in buyer's country, which is also the place of delivery. This is the least obligation to the buyer. In all, the INCOTERMS except the C group or C terms, the named place indicates where goods are delivered, where risk is transferred from seller to buyer. If you can grasp the details of all the initials, it gives you a very sound knowledge about INCOTERMS regarding deliveries. The question we would like to answer at this stage is, what INCOTERMS 2020 rules do? What do the 11 INCOTERMS do? There are 2 answers to this. It explains a set of 11 commonly used 3-letter trade terms reflecting business-to-business practice in contract of sales and purchase of goods. It also describes the obligations, the risk, and the cost. What then are these obligations, risk, and cost? Obligation is about who does what between seller and buyer regarding the packing of the goods, marking, carriage, insurance, loading, unloading, providing shipping documents, export and import clearance, security clearance, pre-shipment clearance, and official authorizations. These are all obligations. Risk is about where and when seller delivers goods, at which risk in the loss or damage is transferred from seller to buyer. Risk is about where and when seller delivers goods, and by so doing, the risk in the loss or damage is transferred from seller to buyer. Costs is about which party is responsible for cost of transport, loading or unloading, packing, marking, checking, and security-related costs, information about the cargo, pre-shipment, and the cost of official authorizations. The next question to answer is what INCOTERMS rules do not do. What INCOTERMS rules do not do. We have looked at what the 11 INCOTERMS do. Here is about what INCOTERMS do not do. What INCOTERMS do not do include whether there is no contract of sales at all, the specification of goods sold, the time, place, and method of currency for payment of the price, the remedies sought for breach of contract of sales, most consequences of delay and their breaches in the performance of contractual obligations, the effect of sanction, export and import prohibitions, force majeure or hardships, intellectual property rights, and the method, venue, law of dispute resolution in case of such breach. These are what INCOTERMS do not do.